We're here at the As Is 2011 trade show, and with us is the chairman of 3VR, Steve Russell, who's recently founded PrismSkylabs, where he serves as CEO. The company, Steve, as you were explaining to us, takes physical spaces online. Can you explain the background coming from that video surveillance industry and what this does for you now?
So it's really our goal to transform. The world's invested, north of $100 billion in camera networks around the world. And it's our goal to transform those cameras into a platform for online to offline commerce. So really the way to do that is to allow businesses to take those cameras and convert them into a format that can be useful to customers and sort of making buying decisions. And that's what we do. So when we say we bring physical spaces online, what we're really doing is we're letting business owners download a small piece of software that scans their local networks, finds those cameras, finds the DVRs that they're using, and then packages them up to the cloud. What's different is, instead of streaming high bandwidth video, we're creating a series of summaries or visual interpretations of what's going on to the space that we can modify through treatments and filters that may simply make it look gorgeous, or can also do things like add privacy protection, which is really critical if the business wants to share those feeds with the world.
In terms of the actual video itself, this is coming from surveillance cameras, correct?
Yeah.
So that creates certain security issues. How do you guys get around that?
Well, there's sort of really two big issues to think about from surveillance cameras. One of them is that surveillance cameras are really ugly. So if you think about using security or surveillance cameras in a merchandising function, most cameras are noisy, washed out, grainy, and we solve that. We actually, in the same way your iPhone uses HDR to kind of build a better photo, from a series of exposures, we can actually use surveillance cameras to learn what a space looks like over time and how the light works, and ultimately increase resolution, reduce noise, really turn surveillance images into something that's gorgeous and beautiful. The other half of that, which is how do you protect people's privacy? People don't want to have broadcast out on the internet that they're sitting at a restaurant, and we solve that problem too. We're actually able, in learning what the background of a space looks like, we're also able to learn what the activity is in the foreground. And so we can actually turn that foreground activity into things like privacy-conscious silhouettes that can give you a sense of activity level or what's going on without getting rid of your privacy. And then what happens is we then take those sort of unique summaries that are more beautiful than surveillance footage and have this unique real-time privacy-protected information, and we let the business syndicate those out to the websites they're already using. So Yelp, Groupon, OpenTable, Foursquare, Facebook, etc. So when their customers go to those sites for any reason, from getting reviews to directions or whatever, they see a real-time window into what's going on right now. And that sort of helps spur their buying decisions. Say, okay, I'd like to go to this particular coffee shop right now because the line's not too long. Or I want to go to this bar because it looks like it's busy and happening.